Looks like we'll be hanging out with Child's kid brother for a while.
So, where are we going to play first?
How about we start with the toy store?
Huh? What are those super colorful winged things?
They're called kites. The kids in Liyue love them.
Hello there, dear. You look like you've come a very long way. Let Granny guess. From what you're wearing, I would say... Snezhnaya.
That's right. How do you play with these kite things, Granny?
When the wind picks up, you let out the string and whoosh! The kite will fly into the air, up, and away.
Wow, that's amazing! Do you have any Mr. Cyclops ones?
Mr. Cyclops? I'm sorry,
I want to fly Mr. Cyclops high into the sky so all the kids can get to know him.
Well, I can do custom builds, but I'll need some amount of reference material.
Will this picture do? I drew it myself. I bring it with me everywhere.
I'll manage. Still, I must warn you that custom builds can really be quite expensive.
We should be fine. Child was pretty generous with that entertainment fund. But then again, throwing money around willy-nilly is, kinda irresponsible. Well, so, yes, technically speaking, these funds are earmarked for Teucer's entertainment. But if there's any left over when we're done... Either way, it's time to talk prices.
Fine. I've neither the time nor energy to bargain with you at my age. I suppose this price will do.
Thanks, Granny.
Worry not. Just leave it to me.
For our next stop, why don't we head to One-Man Restaurant? It would be a...
Hello, welcome. Table for 3?
This restaurant has a really choking smell.
A choking smell? Oh, you must be referring to our signature spicy chili scent.
Spicy chili? But I can't eat spicy food.
Oh, what a pity. A person who can't eat spicy food misses out on half of life's joys.
Is it really that bad?
My meals have to have lots and lots of sugar, and the oil has to be extra virgin vegetable oil.
Wow, we've got a real rich kid on our hands. Looks like One-Man Restaurant's dishes aren't to Teucer's taste. Maybe we should go somewhere else.
Will that be all? Any more special requests?
What do you mean, Chef Now?
Giving the people what they want is the very reason One-Man Restaurant exists. If I thought for 1 second that I couldn't make a dish to satisfy this child's taste, I would have absolutely no business calling myself a chef ever again.
Whoa, there seems to be a lot of professional pride riding on this. Then we'll leave it to you, Chef Now. We'll be eating here after all.
Sure.
But let me say this first. Special requests are going to cost you more than normal. Of course, we aren't going to demand prices anywhere near as exorbitant as the likes of Lily Pavilion or Sunya Kiosk.
Is it just Paimon? Or are premium custom orders in fashion lately? Still, surely there must be a little room for negotiation, right?
Ah, you folks. Let's go with this then. Any more haggling and we'll ruin the other customers' appetites.
Thanks, Chef Mal.
Please sit wherever you like. Your food will be here shortly.
Liyue people must have iron stomachs.
Ugh. It was a little too sweet. Paimon feels a little sick.
I thought it was just right. Almost exactly like how my sister Tonya makes it.
But this doesn't feel right somehow. Didn't we bring Teucer here to try Liyue's specialties? Whatever. So where do you want to go next, Teucer?
I was so caught up looking for my brother when I first got here that I didn't get a good look around.
Good idea! The hustle and bustle at the wharf is a specialty of Liyue Harbor, too.
Try something new at the Wanmin restaurant.
I think I may have overeaten.
Wow, this place is huge! And there's so many people! Are the waves here always like this? Don't they ever freeze?
Given Liyue's climate, the area around the harbor's mouth probably never gets cold enough to freeze. Paimon is kind of the traveler's exclusive personal tour guide, but since this is a special occasion, Paimon can make an exception to help Teucer get to know the place. This place is Liyue's commercial hub, and it's been the biggest port in the Seven Nations ever since it was decided that Liyue would take on the world through trade. Other than merchant vessels, many fishing boats and industrial transports dock here to replenish their fishery supplies and daily necessities, which, thanks to the immense throughput capacity of the wharf, yeah, Paimon can't remember how the rest goes anyway. Well, guess Paimon will just have to explain this Paimon style. So this harbor is like Tevat's mouth, and it's the biggest mouth you've ever seen. All the nations float their boats over the sea into the mouth. The harbor goes nom 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 and has a taste of each boat and the cargo it has on board. Then, Liyue Harbor rubs its big round belly in satisfaction because it's all stuffed full of delicious mora.
Hey, what's that big metal hook over there? I want to see.
Wait, Teucer, don't run off! After all that, he wasn't even listening.
Hey, who's that skulking around?
That metal hook is huge, and it gets bigger the closer we get.
This is an anchor. Docked ships use it to hold themselves in position to stop the wind and waves from blowing them away.
An anchor. Got it. But I think I might get it mixed up with Commodore Hook.
Commodore Hook? Is this another one of your weird toy names?
My brother always sends me a really big toy for my birthday. Commodore Hook, Black Steel Jack, Iron Tony. We keep them all in our backyard. Yeah, and that's why I can't bring them with me all the time. It's a shame.
Wow, using Fatui funds for personal gain? To think Snezhnaya would let their harbingers do that, all for some giant toys. But suddenly, it doesn't seem so strange that Teucer would treat a ruin guard as a giant toy.
But my favorite has to be Mr. Cyclops. Even though I mostly came here to see my brother, the other big thing I wanted to do was play with Mr. Cyclops. Oh, are they selling fish over there? Let's have a look.
Hey! Quit running off!
Is this where they sell fish? Wow, the fish here in Leo are so small.
Hey, whose fish are you calling small? Little kids shouldn't go around ruining others' business.
He's just a curious kid. No need to get worked up. That said, these fish are actually pretty big by Paimon standards. Just how big are the ones you're used to, Teucer?
Maybe 200 times your size? There are legends in my hometown about it. It's supposed to be a super delicious fish. I told my brother about it, and he went out to sea to catch one for me. A few days later, he returned with a humongous fish slung over his shoulder. Anthon and I were so happy.
Are you sure that was a fish? Paimon thinks it sounds more like some sort of leviathan.
Hey, Mr. Nice Guy, let's go over there to see the boats.
What's wrong, Teucer? Are you tired? You don't seem so happy.
I miss my brother.
What? But we were just with him.
Yeah, but for such a short time that it doesn't count. Take me to see my brother. I don't want to play anymore.
Yep. You can have all the patience in the world, but it won't help you at a time like this. Well, we've played with Teucer long enough, haven't we? Paimon thinks we've tried our best here. Child said that he'd be by the river near Qingshu Pool. Why don't we look for him there?
Yay! Let's go! Let's go!
Come get your...
to the treasure hoarders?
You know what I'm here for, I trust.
Oh, you got lip. Making us guess, are you? If you want to join up, let me just say this first. Dandy kid like you ain't welcome.
Oh, what a commendable imagination. Well, in the Tsaritsa's name, I suppose I should forgive you country bumpkins for your ignorance, for I am...
Brother! You're selling them toys, aren't you, brother? That's so cool. I've always wanted to watch you work.
Well, why, yes, of course, for I am, the greatest toy salesman in Snezhnaya.
So cool.
Huh?
You playing games, pretty boy?
So, will you buy or not? The toys that Snezhnaya produced 3 months ago will run you, yes, 600,000 mora, to be paid in full.
Toys? And how much money?
Wow. Is that what it's gonna cost to fix that head of yours?
Look at that! Spreading joy and laughter to everyone! That's what toy selling's all about!
I'll say it again. Toys from Snezhnaya, 3 months prior, 600,000 mora paid in full.
Yeah, no. Sorry, salesboy. The same joke isn't funny twice. Or were you always cruising for a bruising?
All right then, I'll make things a little easier for you. I'll join the treasure hoarders. Perhaps you'll be more willing to pay when we're brothers in arms?
Would you listen to yourself? You think we just let any old person into the treasure hoarders? I'm not so sure you could hack it.
Well then, why don't you put me to the test, dear seniors? I like to think of myself as quite talented in the field of treasure hunting.
Looks like you're not gonna pack it up until someone packs you in. Alright then, show us what you got. Truth be told, we've set up a shop here because there's a fine little loot cave nearby. But the treasure hasn't been easy to get at. We've been at it for 2 days now. If you think you're up to snuff, why don't you have a crack at it on our behalf? Of course, that means that once you got it, it's ours. Don't try to sneak off with the prize now.
Come on. If we can't do it, do you really think this guy stands a chance?
An initiation test, eh? Interesting. It's been a while since I've been assessed by someone else.
The loot's on the opposite cliff. We're gonna hang back here and watch the show.
Huh, no problem. Don't blink though, or you might miss it.
Today.
Well, I have the goods. Here you go. So how'd I do? Pretty well, I'd say.
Brother, what do we do? This fellow isn't normal.
Please, hold on a moment, sir. We need to discuss something amongst ourselves. He ain't here for an initiation. He just wanted to show off.
Honestly, we'd be no match for him if he wanted a fight.
Guys, do you think that maybe we're being robbed?
I don't know. Surely he wouldn't have come here all dressed up like that if he was only after us. Unless maybe his words have hidden meaning.
Snezhnaya, 3 months, 600,000. Oh, I get it. It was insider talk. I remember that the boss took out a 600,000 more loan from that Snezhnayan bank about 3 months ago, and still hasn't repaid it.
So this guy must be the debt collector. But why didn't he just say so? What's with all the toy talk?
And that's where you're still green. See, in a lot of professions like this, people speak in code to protect the privacy of their business partners and clients.
Makes sense. Owing money is pretty embarrassing.
This guy isn't one to mess with, I tell you. He's a professional. Way too professional.
So, Mr. Salesman, my apologies, but we can't have you joining us.
Oh? I didn't pass? I must say, I never imagined that the treasure hoarders would have such strict entry requirements.
No, it's not that. What we mean is that you're too big a fish for our little pond. But we fully understand the situation with the, toys, sir. We'll fetch that 600,000 for you right away.
I see. Well then, it's been a pleasure doing business with you. We get paid, and everyone stays happy. A wonderful outcome, wouldn't you say?
Yes. Couldn't agree more, sir.
That's my brother for you. Toy sellers are so cool.
Ah, Master Child, you're here. A new batch of fresh recruits have just...
Hey now, keep your voice down. Can't you see I'm entertaining some clients over here?
Clients? Well, anyway, the Motherland has dispatched a new batch of recruits to Liyue. They've just arrived, and I'm afraid we must trouble you to speak to them.
Do I have to? Now is hardly the best time.
I must apologize for troubling you, Master Child, but they are already waiting for you south of Lingju Pass. Every new batch of recruits must be baptized by the Tsaritsa's will, through the words of her harbingers. This has always been our rule. At present, Master Child, you are the only harbinger in Liyue. Please, everyone is standing in formation and waiting for you to bestow this honor upon them.
Well, all right then, I'll go. Just give me a moment to catch up with my brother, and I'll be right with you.
Do you have to keep working?
Yes, Teucer. We have a group of new toy sellers fresh in from the Motherland, and I need to go teach them the ropes.
Wow, that's great! When I grow up, I want to be a toy seller too. Can I go listen?
I'm afraid you're still too young, Teucer. I'm not sure if you'd understand much of it, and most of it's rather boring anyhow. Why don't you go play with the Traveler instead? Sound good?
But...
I really do have to go now, Teucer. A lot of people are waiting to see me. I'll see you around, all right?
Child really dotes on his brother, but now he's gotta ditch him again. Must be a really tough job. Yeah, you're right. He hasn't done himself any favors with the whole toy seller cover story. To think he'd go this far just to prevent his family from seeing his dark side. Paimon wonders too. But hey, let's at least help him out while we're all in Liyue. Wait, where's Teucer? We were too busy chatting. Where'd he go? Seems likely. Teucer did seem really eager to hear his brother's speech. Either way, let's head over there first.
Quiet! My brother's giving his speech.
From this day forward, you will honor the oaths you have made to Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and you will stop at nothing to bring Snezhnaya victory. You shall sweep through this land like the icy winds of the furthest north, as strong as the hoarfrost of Zepelyarny Palace. You will chill the very marrow in our enemies' bones. Her Majesty expects of you loyalty, ruthlessness, and meticulousness. For the trials that we face are harsh, and our enemies are like... like kites and rattle drums, who shall become redoubtable foes of Mr. Cyclops in the marketplaces of Liyue.
Uh-huh. Kites are really fun, too.
This is, of course, an analogy. As they say, the marketplace, too, is a battlefield. So as your sales manager here in Liyue, I demand that you obey my every order. A refusal shall be considered a betrayal, and the price for betrayal is to be dishonorably discharged from the Liyue Institute of Toy Research.
Whoa, that's really strict. Won't people be really sad if they get fired from the Institute?
Seeking to please everyone pleases no one at all. Time to try something else. Forget it. Perhaps a round of hands-on training will suit us better.
Hands-on training?
After all, a strong body is the proof of one's capacity.
Hey, did he just say that we're doing hands-on training?
A Harbinger wants to spar with us personally? Oh, what an honor!
I can't believe it. Are recruits like us really worthy?
Am I hearing a hint of objection to this idea?
Not at all, sir!
That's the spirit. Now come at me, you lot!
Frozen. Crisp.
Emerge. Right here. Right now.
This one's well done. Roasted fry.
This is getting interesting. You can run, but you can't hide.
Fuel's clogged. Cook this through.
Emerge.
This. You can't run. Shouldn't get careless.
Whirling snow.
Looks like I went too far. Detoxifying heat. You need to hurry up.
Who's next?
An unfortunate fault.
Well then, do you all understand what I said earlier?
Yes, sir!
Excellent. And you all almost managed to get me limbered up. In other words, you've done well for new recruits.
Thank you, Lord Harbinger!
All right, hush now. Now then, I wish you all glorious victory for Snezhnaya, for Her Majesty the Tsaritsa, and for yourselves. Dismissed!
Brother! You were amazing!
Oh, Teucer, what in the world are you doing here? There I was thinking that the Traveler had taken you to play at Wang Chuan.
Yikes, that's some terrible acting.
I told you, didn't I? I never pass on an opportunity to improve my strength. I'm not the man I was when we first met. By that, I assume you mean that I didn't use the Foul Legacy transformation, yes? It puts a great strain on my body, so it's best saved for crucial moments. I still haven't fully recovered from the injuries I suffered when I used it at the Golden House. Anyway, I'm no Senora. I don't use lethal force against recruits. Come on now.
The Foul Legacy transformation? Does it make you stronger than Mr. Cyclops?
You could say that.
I want to learn to fight too. I want to be cool like you.
Now, Teucer, fighting isn't about looking cool. You can only continue to get stronger if you know the reason why you're fighting. I can teach you, but think carefully first. Why do you want to fight?
I want to protect Sister Tonya.
That's a good answer, Teucer. When I return to Snezhnaya, I will start teaching you fighting techniques. Then you'll have to protect Tonya for me. How does that sound?
Leave it to me.
You know, Teucer's a good kid when he's not being so stubborn.
You've had a nice long time here in Liyue, haven't you, Teucer? Isn't it about time that you took the boat back home?
But you've been so busy, and we didn't get any time to play together yet.
Teucer, you know I'm very busy at work. And hasn't it been fun traveling all over the place with a proper traveler?
He's just worried he won't be able to keep up the toy seller act forever.
Well, how about this? If you just do one little thing for me, I'll be a good boy and go back home.
Oh dear, who taught this little devil to bargain? All right, what'll it be?
Take me to visit the Institute of Toy Research.
Do you think he means that ruin that the Millilith was talking about? The one where all the ruin guards were coming from?
Done deal. After all, you've come all this way for me, Teucer. As your brother, it's only right for me to grant you one last wish before you leave.
Exactly.
Are you sure this is a good idea? It doesn't seem like the best place for kids.
You should come along too, Traveler. This time, it's Teucer's turn to take you sightseeing.
Let me think. Ah, yes, the Institute of Toy Research is not far at all from Lingju Pass. Now, Traveler, you're not the sort of person who would disappoint a kid now, are you?
The brothers are ganging up on us again. Oh, fine. We'll go.